none quite like a pandemic. It is it's a scary time for us all as we see the suffering around the world. We also realize that we are a global community. This isn't one country, one people. We need to see ourselves as a global community. It's a pandemic. It involves the entire world. And we will prevail. We will get through it. We have incredible people on the front lines. The doctors, the nurses, the healthcare workers, the people that are assisting in every possible way, social workers, people bringing meals, people bringing food. It's incredible. You see at times like this, the best of humanity. Unfortunately, we also see the ugly side of humanity, the hoarding, the selfishness. And I try to focus on the good. I try to, in my small way, shed positive light, positive energy. And that's where Pilates comes into it. I think we can do so much as a Pilates community and as the BASI global community. But undoubtedly, this is going to be a time of great suffering, and I feel such deep compassion, empathy, sympathy for what people around the world are going through. It is a very difficult thing. And, you know, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, we tend to cope well. But after several days, after several weeks, it wears on people. And there are millions of people around the globe that are going through this. At a time like this, having a routine, having a structure, is so important. And if possible, to get outdoors, to see the sunlight, to see the sky is very important, not only physically, but mentally, emotionally. But a discipline like Pilates can help so much. It makes you feel good. On every possible level, we've always spoken, and I've always spoken about Pilates being about the body, the mind, and the spirit. And really, we need to elevate all of those at a time like this. So having a daily Pilates practice, be it 10 minutes, 20 minutes, I'm going to be putting online 10-minute or 20-minute workouts. 10 exercises. Each workout I will choose 10 exercises and say this is the 10 for today. And you know, 10 exercises will probably take 15 to 20 minutes. Setting that time aside each day to go through a practice, and essentially meditation in motion, to set aside the rest of the world and just be immersed in your movement, immersed in your body, immersed in your mind, to feel the flow, to feel the positive energy. It will make everyone who does it feel so good, so encouraged, so positive. I think the implications of doing a daily Pilates practice, it doesn't have to be Pilates, don't get me wrong, it can be other practices as well. Pilates is a practice I, of course, believe in, and I and many others are providing good online classes, and I could not recommend it more strongly and more highly. I speak often in my teaching of the mind-body connection in Pilates. It is fundamental to the system. It is fundamental to Pilates. And The mind-body connection, we have known about it and discussed it for hundreds of years. We have known of this very strong connection between the body and the mind, and how one elevates the other, how one influences the other, how one affects the other, positively and negatively. And of course, in our Pilates practice, we want that influence to be positive, always. At times like this, times of stress, times of sadness, times where we are surrounded by negative forces, this mind-body connection, which is so powerful, is all important and crucial, that we can tap in to the positivity of going through a Pilates practice and seeing how that elevates our spirit, elevates our emotion. We feel so good. And when we feel so good, it sends out ripples of positive energy into the world, first into our immediate environment and then out into the universe. And without wanting to sound too esoteric, it simply snowballs. Positive energy snowballs. When you go through a workout and you feel you have a smile on your heart, a smile on your face, and you are kind to the person next to you, you feel good. And that person then feels good. And it is a ripple effect through the world. So we can affect in our small way a great population. We can have a huge effect on the world by just putting a smile on our face, feeling good, and that is this mind-body connection. It is simple. It is not complex. It is about putting a smile on your face, being kind, being gracious, being humble, wanting to help people, and this is the ripple effect that we can have. And it starts with just that first pelvic curl, just mobilizing the spine. Let's face it, this is going to be a difficult period for business owners, and I am sure many of us are going to have to tighten our belts and maybe even let people go. It's not an easy thing. That is a very tough thing. It's the hardest thing about running a business, is letting people go. We are family. We always create a sense of family in our businesses, and letting people go is tough. But we need to protect the nucleus. We need to protect the core of what we do, our businesses. First of all, I want to say that BASI is an international and global family, and we must be here for each other. I am here for all of you. Reach out to me. I am here to support you in any way I can. Be it some advice, be it encouragement, I will always get back to you. But we can approach our team, maybe make small changes within the business that can save us money. It may mean some of the team members going part-time for a period of time, maybe keeping all their benefits, but going part-time. It may mean someone taking leave of absence for a month. It may mean brainstorming with the team of ways that you can possibly save some money, but still keep the high quality, the cleanliness, everything about your facility. But being that there are probably far less people going through your facility, maybe rather than having cleaners come in 3 times a week, come in 2 times a week. Stella, our operations manager, suggested that to me today, and I thought it was a great suggestion. It's a small saving, but each small saving becomes significant. I think working as a team, brainstorming, coming up with ideas together of ways to trim the expenses is very important at a time like this. Not to go in necessarily with big drastic changes immediately, but small changes. Each business is different. Every business owner will find different ways to navigate this problem and this crisis. But I do highly recommend that you take it on as a team. And if you need to let people go, that it be done with the utmost of compassion and understanding, and try and make that exit as smooth as possible. Often just by restructuring, strategizing, you can find win-win situations. In my life and in business, I'm always looking for win-win situations where possibly both parties can find a better way of doing things. So it's all about brainstorming, strategizing. I don't have one answer for everyone, but we need to bond and stick together and move through this crisis and challenge together. Joseph Pilates created and developed his system during times of crisis and helped overcome influenza, helped overcome tremendous challenges both in his own life and in society at the time. So there's a long history and legacy of Pilates, the person and the method, playing a very vital role in people's lives and overcoming epidemics and challenges. So I actually take great solace in that and strength from that we come from this long legacy of teachers, of educators, of people that are bringing about positive change. And I say with the greatest of humility that we need to see ourselves as conduits of energy, as people that can have a tremendously positive effect through the ripple effect of positive energy. We can touch people's lives, and through every person we touch, we are influencing an entire world. And we send out waves of positive energy, and it starts from ourselves. We cannot just talk about it. We must do it. We must live it. And by feeling good ourselves, doing something kind for ourselves, we are doing kind deeds for those around us. But not only words, deeds. Go out, help people in whatever way you can. Be kind. I hear so many great stories about kindness. Kindness is such a powerful, powerful tool for positive change. So be kind. I think Pilates, it's hard to be unkind when after a Pilates practice, you go through a Pilates session, you just want to be kind. You can't be unkind. So do your Pilates practice, be kind, help others, support those around you, be it in your personal lives or in your business. And I know we are going to come out of this stronger, better. I have lived through crises, and I have always felt when we come out at the other end, we're better for it, despite the suffering. And of course, we feel such compassion and sympathy for those who are suffering. But we as humanity will survive. We will prevail. Hopefully we will come out even better than we were before. And I wish you all the greatest of health. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I send heaps of love your way.